Good day, students. We are now in our week 3 in Homeroom Guidance, quarter 1. Make sure you have the following: learning module, clean sheet of paper or bond paper, pencil or ballpen. This week lesson class, we're going to talk about embracing uniqueness. Are you excited to learn, my dearest grade 7 students? Halina't tayo ay matuto. This module lesson is designed to help you in your academic-related needs, concerns affecting your individuality or yourself, your relationship with others, and interaction in the community, and in discovering your interests, talents, and skills that will help you to explore future career options and opportunities. The module has 6 interactive tasks, which are: let's try this, let's explore this, keep in mind, you can do it, what I have learned, and lastly, share your thoughts and feelings. Make sure to read, think, follow, and enjoy every task that you're asked to do. Let's check our learning objectives. At the end of this module, you are expected to distinguish your own uniqueness and the characteristic of your immediate others or your family members. Second, you need to identify actions that show respect for individual differences as observed in a family interaction. And third, you need to value the importance of a good relationship and individual differences. The suggested time allotment for this module is 120 minutes. Do you like spicy foods? Some people may answer yes, and some will automatically say no. We all know that all of us have a different taste, different likings, as well as ways to enjoy. And that's the reason why we will go deeper and understand how people make good relationships even with individual differences. We can also distinguish different actions of people around us that influence our improvement as a person despite the challenges in the current times. So, let's begin to the first activity in the given module. The title of this activity is Uniqueness in Our Family, and the suggested time allotment is 15 minutes. We all know that identifying one's uniqueness starts at home. Your family is composed of different members who have been differences as well. You may differ in opinions, beliefs, characteristics, and abilities, but you still live in harmony. Okay, class, for this activity is: first is you need to copy the table below on a clean sheet of paper. Second, you need to complete the table by writing your personal response under column B. Third, you need to interview at least 2 of your family members and fill in the column C and column D. And lastly, you need to answer the processing question after accomplishing the table. So this is the table that you need to accomplish. So in column B, you need to write about yourself, your favorite food, favorite TV show, hobby, favorite subject, talent, what makes you angry or what makes you happy. So same with the 2 members of your family in column C and column D, you need to write their favorite food also, favorite TV show, hobby, favorite subject, talent, and what makes them happy and what makes them angry. Then after completing the table, you need to answer the processing question. The first question is, do you have the same answer as the other members of your family? What are these? Second, how are you different from your family members? Will you cite some example? Very good, class. Once you're already done in our activity under Let's Try This, let's proceed in our next activity. The suggested time allotment is 25 minutes, and the title of this activity is What Will You Do? There are similarities and differences among individuals. Some of these are obvious, others are not. It is important to recognize and respect your similarities and differences with the people around you in order to strengthen your relationship with them. So, and now grade 7, you need to read the situation below and you need to answer the given question. You need to write your answer on a clean sheet of paper. The first situation is, your younger sister shows difficulty in her schoolwork and you would like to help her. However, you also need to submit your school requirements the next day. What would you do? Second situation. You ever heard your parents talking about their plans for your future? They plan to send you to a medical school. In silent, you were determined to be a fashion designer. How would you tell your parents about your dream? Third, water supply in your area is very limited. You share the little supply with the rest of your family. If your friend told you that you have an unpleasant smell, what would you do? Okay, class, once you are done answering the question and the 3 given situation, and now let's answer the processing question. The first question is, what did you consider in answering the different situation? Second, based on your answer, how did you face your differences with the other people in the situation? Third, it is easy to maintain a positive relationship with others despite differences. Congratulations, grade 7. You're now done in our 2 activities in a given module entitled Embracing Uniqueness. So, here are the tips that you need to keep in mind. Respect uniqueness. Being unique is something that you can be proud of. Could you imagine if the people in your community have the same face? That will be a challenge to determine who you are interacting with. Hence, the uniqueness of each person serves them to be recognized by others. You can easily identify your friends through their faces, preferences, gestures, and expression. Keeping this in mind is we learn how to respect their individuality and establish a healthy relationship with them. So here are some practical and effective ways on how to show respect for others' uniqueness. First, we have letter R. What does it mean by R? R stands for recognize individual differences. How are you going to recognize individual differences? As we interact with other people, we tend to compare and differentiate our personal traits, characteristics, and behavior from others. We can easily identify similarities and differences amongst people. It is essential that we value our individual differences so that we will be able to understand the lesson behind others' person action, beliefs, and behavior. And we all know that acceptance of individual differences will help us in establishing healthy relationships. That's the reason why is you need to recognize individual differences. Next, letter E. Letter E stands for emphasize. To emphasize means to see others' perspective, to recognize others without judgment, and to understand others' feelings. Showing empathy can help you in identifying the needs of others, in building emotional connection, and establishing meaningful relationship. For example, you saw your classmate crying because he failed an examination. What will you do? So you can emphasize by listening to his concern and offer words of encouragement. That's how are you going to show your empathy to other people. Do you understand? Next, letter S. S stands for speak with kindness. How are you going to speak with kindness to other people? Okay, class? Proper communication is essential in showing respect for others. The best way to communicate is through our words and actions. That is why it is important that we understand how to speak with kindness. You need to properly choose your words and the timing and the tone of your voice. And also, it is important that before we speak, we also listen. Being kind in words and in actions would lead to healthier relationship. On the other hand, shouting or being rude to others leads to misunderstanding, fighting and broken relationship. You understand, class? You need to speak with kindness. Next, letter P. P stands for promote positivity. How are you going to promote positivity to others? We all know that positive words and action can influence the quality of our relationships. Remember to use words of appreciation, gratitude, and encouragement, and show action like smiling, nodding, or tapping the shoulder to show affirmation. That's how are you going to promote positivity to others. Next, letter E. E stands for express personal thoughts and feelings in an appropriate manner. You can express your thoughts and feelings by communicating with your family members, teachers, friends, or other people whom you trust. You can also have a personal journal, an e-journal in your mobile phone. You can also express your thoughts and feelings through creative arts. Expressing thoughts and feelings in an appropriate manner will promote personal growth. Not only personal growth, harmonious relationship and respect for others' uniqueness. Next, we have letter C. C stands for care to show compassion. Caring to show compassion is also showing respect for others. The best way to show compassion is to be a friend. Being a friend means being a good listener, showing good example, and having concern for the welfare of others, and also providing support during times of difficulty. And lastly, we have letter T. T stands for treat everyone with sincerity. How are you going to treat everyone with sincerity? Do you have an idea? Very good. Treating everyone with sincerity means being honest in our words and actions. We can show sincerity by keeping our promises, giving honest comments, and being consistent in our behavior towards others, and accepting our personal limitation. However, we need to be mindful on how we express our sincerity to still emphasize our good intention. That are some practical and effective ways on how to show respect for others' uniqueness. So let's proceed in our next activity under You Can Do It. The suggested time allotment is 15 minutes. The title of this activity is Strengthening Relationship Amidst Diversity. So for this activity is that you need to choose a word from the box below and give an example on how are you going to use it to promote respect for individual differences and healthy relationship. Write your answer on a clean sheet of paper. So here are the group of words for this activity. We have respectful, approachable, thoughtful, cheerful, helpful, honest, resourceful, energetic, organized, creative, focused, and calm. You just need to choose one word and how are you going to use it to promote respect for individual differences and healthy or good relationship. Do you understand, class? So once you're already done in our activity under you can do it, so let us proceed in our next activity. So in our next activity under what I have learned, the suggested time allotment is 15 minutes. You need to answer the following question on a clean sheet of paper. The first question that you need to answer is, how will you promote good relationship in your family? How? Second, how will you inspire others to respect individual differences? Those are the questions that you need to answer under what I have learned. Wow, grade 7, you are doing great. So, let's proceed for our last activity. The suggested time for this activity is 30 minutes. On a clean sheet of paper, you need to create a slogan about embracing the uniqueness of every person. You may use different arts of materials that you have at home. Below is the sample slogan, which is embracing uniqueness is the key to transforming relationship. For this activity class, you need to create a slogan about embracing the uniqueness of every person. You can design your own slogan using different art materials which are available at home. And that's all for this activity, my dearest grade 7 students. Congratulations! You are successfully done in our quarter 1, quarter 3, and embracing uniqueness. Thank you, grade 7 students, and have a nice day!